All right, Shalom Akim. In this lesson, pretty much, I'm going to go through construction of sentences in the Lashawan Qadash. Just show you, brothers, a couple of basic things you could do when you are constructing a sentence, you know. And but before I get started, I just want to just point out one thing real quick. I know, you know, like I said, brothers out there, writing, you know, the Hebrew back and forth and conversing with brothers in Hebrew, which is beautiful, you know, it's a beautiful thing. But I just want to show you, brothers, something, you know. I mean, some of you brothers already know, some of you may not know, probably some of the newer brothers. But I notice a lot of brothers, when they put the word Akim, or some brothers, you know, the word Akim, but you know, let me make that a little bigger. There we go. Akim, which brothers, you know, brothers already know, it means brothers, plural. It's plural for brother, which is brothers. Like a lot of mistakes I see brothers make is they'll put Akims, you know, because you're used to the English language, you know. So whenever there's something plural, you always put an S at the end, you know. But in the Hebrew, you don't have to do that, because this right here, the yum at the end of a word, makes it plural masculine, you know. So it's already understood that it's plural and that it's masculine, you know. You don't have to put the S at the end. I know you're tempted to put it on there because of the English language, but you don't have to do that, you know, because that's the incorrect way to do it. But this is the right way to do it. Akim, brothers, okay? You know, just a little something I noticed. I just want to address it, you know. So now, what we're going to do is I'm going to go and make a couple of sentences, and hopefully it'll edify you brothers on how to build a sentence. This is especially good for the more advanced brothers, and it's also good for brothers out there that's teaching the Hebrew, you know, like the brother down in D.C., Monagun. I know that brother, you know, does a lot of lessons in the Hebrew, and it can get a little tedious, you know, going through these verses in the scriptures and trying to break down every word. So sometimes if you want to, you know, break it up a little bit, you could do other little things, you know. You know, like I said, this is for the teachers, you know. We're going to start off with, give you a couple of words, and we're going to construct a sentence. The first word I want to start off with is anya, which is I. You know, singular, you know, when you're speaking about yourself. The second one is ra'a, which is C. And the third one is bear, which is, I'm sorry, is dab, which equals bear, you know, as the animal, the bear. And the next word, I'll just do a couple of colors. I'm going to do black, which is shah, kha, war, and we'll do brown, which is shakam. Oh, I did it backwards again. Salaki, brothers. Just bear with me. Shaka war, which is black. And and shakam. Shacham, which is brown. All right, now we have a list of words here. I, see, bear, black, brown. Okay, so now the first thing I want to do is take the I, which, you know, you're speaking about yourself. So basically what you're saying, you see a bear, right? You could say you see a black bear, or you could say you see a brown bear. But the proper way to, in English, you would say I see a black bear, or I see a brown bear. But in the Hebrew, the way you construct it is you would put the actual subject before you would actually put what describes the subject. I'll give you an example. Anya, ra'a, dab, shah, khawar. All right, I'll write it underneath. It says, I see bear, black. That's how you would construct the word. Okay? Anya is I, Ra'a is see, Dab is bear, Shakawar is black. I see black bear. I see bear black. Because you will always put the subject first before you would put the word that would actually describe the subject. As in English, you would say, I see a black bear. In Hebrew, you would say, I see bear black. All right? So, Anya, Ra'a, Dab, Shakawar. All right? So, that's I see bear black. All right? Then you would do the same thing if you're speaking about a brown bear. You know, you would put Anya, Ra'a, Dab, Shacham. All right? Basically what you said is I see bear brown. All right? And you know, I know some of this is a little tedious, you know, but you know, those of you brothers that want to learn it, you'll learn it, you know, you'll get into it. And those of you brothers that don't want to learn it, you won't learn it, you know. It's just as simple as that. All right, so Anya Ra'a Dab Shakawar, I see bear black. Anya Ra'a Dab Shacham, I see bear brown. So basically you're saying you see a black bear, you see a brown bear. But in the Hebrew, you would say the bear first, because you're saying I see a bear. But then you say, what type of bear am I seeing? I'm seeing a black bear. Or I see a bear. What type of bear? I see a brown bear, you know? Or you could put, you know, I see a vicious bear, or I see an angry bear, or I see a, you know, so on and so forth. You will always put the subject first, which would be the bear. All right? Now, the next group of words would be the same again, Anya, which is I, Quara, which is read, Sapar, which is book, and enter. Let me just bring it all down to the next page, so I could keep it all together. And the last word would be Qadash, which is holy. Okay? And before I go there, I want to come back up here to the word Ra'a, which is to see. Now, the word Ra'a, to see, is there's three words to it. It's a Ra, a and a Ha at the end. But this is how you pronounce it. I just want to show you, brothers, that in case you want to know how to correctly spell the word Ra'a. In the Hebrew, when you're writing it in here, you pretty much got to go backwards. Everything has to be backwards. And I'll explain what I mean by that. All right. Now, you see what I did there? I just typed the H. And then I typed in the what you call it, a parentheses, and I put an R there. Now, when I go up to here to change my theme, I got this font here, SP Tiberia, which is the Syrian script. All right, so you see there, Ra'a, that's how you spell it. Now, if you want to do it in the Lashawan Qadash, you would let me just put it here real quick. Let me cut this out of here. Just bear with me 1 second. Let me cut this out of here, put it over here. Now, if I wanted to change this to the ancient or the Lashawan Qadash, I would hit the Moabite stone, you know, because it's in the ancient Hebrew. So that's Ra'a and Ra'a. This is Syrian. This is Lashawan Qadash. This is the ancient Hebrew. All right. So I just want to let you know that even though it's pronounced Ra'a, it has a ha at the end. You know, I just wanted to, you know, point that out. All right. When you come down here, you have Anya, Qara, which is read, Sapar, which is book, and Qadash, which is holy. And this word here is also a Qua, a Ra, and a A. All right. So that's how you would read it, Qua Ra A, which is really Qara. All right. Now, when you would say you want to read the Holy Bible, you would say, let me write it down here. You would say Anya Ra'a. I'm sorry, Anya Quara Sapar Qadash. See? Let me write that down here so you can see it. I read book holy. All right? I read book, or I read the book. And what type of book? The holy book, which is the Bible, the actual Bible. So Anya Quara Sapar Qadash. I read book holy. Remember, you always put the subject first, and then the word that describes the subject, whether it's a verb or adjective, whatever it is, you will put it after the word. Okay, after the subject. I read book holy. Anya Quara Sapar Qadash. All right? And then you will do that same thing for anything, you know. If you want to use the word chair, if you want to use whatever you want to use, you will always put the subject first, and then whatever, whether there's a verb or adjective that explains the subject, you will put it afterwards. All right? Give you one, let me see, I'll give you one more example. Another group of words here would be, once again, I'm going to use Anya. Anya, which is I. I'm going to put akal, which is eat. Then you have this word here, ath, which ath is with, but it also could be a definitive accusative, you know. And, you know, those of you brothers that have watched the other videos, you know what I mean by that, you know. When you read like the book of Genesis, the first chapter, and you see this word ath a lot there. All right. I'm going to go with the word makap, which is spoon, and then kasap, which is silver, and zahab, which is gold. All right. Let's go back up here. Anya, you have Anya, which is I, akal, which is eat, ath, which is with, makap is spoon, kasap, silver, zahab, gold. All right, so now let's construct the sentence. Anya. Now, eat, the way you say eat is akal, right? But when you're in the process of eating, it's ma'akal, all right? Ma'akal. And I'll explain that, all right? Makap, kasap. All right, oh, Salakia, I forgot the ath. All right, so what I did here, Anya ma'akal, ath, makap, kasap. You know what, let me just drop it down here. I'm working with limited. All right, so it says I, ma at the beginning of a word is of or from, right? And then the word akal is eat. All right, that's when you write down the word eat, that's how you would write it down, you know, of or from when you're putting it in a sentence. Ma'akal. I eat with spoon. What type of spoon? A silver spoon. All right? I eat with spoon silver. Anya ma'akal ath makap kasap. I eat with spoon silver. I eat with spoon. What type of spoon? A silver spoon. Now, if you want to put a gold spoon, all you would do is at the end of this here, you would put the word zahab, which is gold. You know, not that any of us eat with gold spoons now, but in the kingdom we will. Anya ma'akal ath makap kasab. which is I eat with spoon silver, or Anya ma'akal ath makap sahab. I eat with spoon gold. All right? So that's just a little, a little something for you brothers, to consider. Like I said, you could use other words and create other sentences on your own. All you got to do is pick out words and then make sure that whatever your subject is goes first, and then whatever explains it goes after. Remember, the English language is different. Just like I showed you at the beginning of the lesson with the word akyam. Some brothers put akyams, which that's not the correct way of writing it. And the reason why you do that, I understand the reason why you do that, because I used to do the same thing, is because of the English language. You know that the S at the end makes it plural. But you don't need that because the yum already makes it plural. All right? So with that, I'm going to make this as, end the lesson there. Hope you brothers learn something. Until the next time, I say shalom.